this is a day and night test match. So give us your insights about what's the difference really between a red ball test match and a pink ball test match, or is there a difference, or what according to you will be the defining factor with red and pink ball?
I think the biggest difference you just mentioned, the red ball and the pink ball. In a day test match, we do use red ball, and in a day and night test match, we use pink ball. Now, apart from the color, what are the differences with this ball? I've heard that this pink ball has been tested for nearly 9 years, which is the longest for any ball. And there are reasons for it. Because, people tried to use red ball. It couldn't work because of the visibility issues. People tried the white ball as well because of its longevity, it couldn't last. Because as you see in ODI cricket, the white ball never lasts more than 30 overs if you use a single ball only, as used to be the case in 1990s and stuff. It just wears out very quickly. Now that's the reason they brought in the pink ball. Now the pink ball has a slight manufacturing difference as compared to a red ball. Let me show you a white ball, how actually it looks. This is actually a white ball, a worn out white ball, for example. If you look at the seam here, the seam is a green seam in a white ball. Whereas in a red ball, you see a white seam. Now the pink ball, they tried using both of these seams, the white seam as well as the green seam. But both of this could not work because of the grip. So what they decided to do is they brought in the black seam with a more prominent kind of a seam. They used different materials to create the seam. They used both linen as well as synthetic. Whereas for a red ball, only synthetic is used. So what does linen do in case of a pink ball? As you know, the playing conditions in a day test match is morely towards the daytime, and the match gets over max to max by say 4ish or 5ish, any playing conditions for that matter. But in case of a day night test match, more than half of the match is played during night when the dew is more prominent. So to soak up this dew, they started using linen as a material in this seam. So linen, what it does is it soaks up the dew and helps in better gripping the ball as compared to a red ball or a white ball.
Very interesting.
Moving on to the other difference, it seems they use wax for red ball. What wax does is it absorbs very quickly. As and when you keep playing on with the red ball, the wax gets absorbed by the ball and it gets scuffed up, and that's how reverse swing comes into play. Players generally, try and keep one side of the ball shiny by using saliva and other stuff, which is not used now previously. But by keeping one side of the shine intact, they can use reverse swing. But in case of a pink ball, that's not possible because they're using an extra coating of lacquer, which provides it more shine and it keeps the ball intact throughout the 80 over span. So these are the two major differences between a pink ball and a red ball. Now coming to the behavioral aspect of the pink ball. Pink ball is supposedly, it provides more swing for bowlers in the first 15 to 20 overs. It gives a lot of swing off the pitch. Now that makes it very hard for the batsman to play through their shots or even leave the ball. They're not pretty confident as the movement is a bit too much in the pink ball compared to a red ball. Post this 10 to 15 over span, the batting becomes slightly easier because the ball goes soft. It goes softer than the red ball. So the strokes can be played on the up, it can be played more easily till the twilight zone starts. There's where the trick starts. As soon as there's a twilight zone, the ball becomes hard not only to see, but also the ball shoots off the pitch. It becomes more difficult for you to time your strokes. You can't judge the pace of the pitch for this particular ball. Then comes the night duration, when the ball is almost towards the 80 overs region and the new ball comes into play. That's when the bowlers will be licking their lips literally, because they have the breeze, the night breeze to help them, which literally gives them a lot of swing, and they also have a new ball in their hand, which actually is meant to swing the ball. So that's the reason I remember Faf declaring the innings at 9 wickets somewhere when he had they were down to 270 for 9 or something with 14 overs left. They just declared it because they wanted to pick up early wickets, and they did pick up the openers overnight itself.
Which test?
So I think
which test match was
it? Was the Australia South Africa test match. I think it was again in Adelaide itself, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So he knew that there was no point in hanging around for the 14 overs. They decided to just declare it, and this came out on the park to bowl, and they picked up both the openers. So it was very interesting.